When one sees K-File, one goes through a gamut of emotions,
Right.
Especially anger towards the system and Kasab. What was that one particular emotion you went through while making this film?
I think when I started making the film, it's interesting that as an artist, fiction was something that I was dealing with. So yes, I was connected to the reality of what that incident did, but I would say that by making the film, or the process of making the film, made me come closer to actually experiencing and indulging myself, I would say, in the issues of what the film is talking about. And therefore, I definitely feel, I think more strongly than when I started, helplessness, anger, frustration. But I think the deepest or the most strongest emotion that I feel as a filmmaker and as a human being with this subject is that of pain. Is that of the pain that what is the root cause of a lot of our problems today in contemporary society, and that is greed and that is power. And just thinking about that, just contemplating about that, I think brings a deep sense of pain within me as an artist.
Any particular technique you've used in this film?
Well, yes, as a filmmaker, I had a very specific camera plot in mind. That is where I wanted to start the film with focusing on, of course, in regards to the main character of Kasab. The camera is at a low angle, and gradually as the film or the theme of the film in relation to our character progresses, we have the film that ends with a slightly top angle. And of course, I think I'll leave you to discover what that really means or what is the thematic significance of that. I also feel that, of course, because it was dealing with something that was to do with evil and the dark world, a noir kind of a film, we have a lot of low-key lighting. Again, I feel rhythm and pace is something that was very strongly part of the film, and especially in the climax. In fact, rhythm is something that's been part of the script and has been used in, of course, even the shooting and the cinematography of it, and has been completely enhanced with the music. And that's where it completely, I think, jumps into life and takes that rhythm and that beat forward, which makes you journey with that.
What is the message for the audience that you would like to convey through your movie?
I don't think the film really has a conventional message that it wants to convey, but yes, of course, as a filmmaker, I want to hold a mirror to our contemporary times, and I think an urge to try and understand what is the root cause of a lot of problems today that we face. And I hope the film is thought-provoking.
Why did you choose short film as a format to tell your story?
Frankly, if I would have not made a short film, I would not be able to make the film, because it's more accessible to a filmmaker. The budget is something that you can manage with maybe breaking one savings deposit or one FD. But I think besides that, besides it being accessible, besides the funds being more reasonable, I think the short film format is very interesting, because here we've got a very concentrated span of time in which you can say something. I think that's a very powerful tool, and especially with, I think, our very short attention spans which we are left with, anything, and especially an online launch, anything that we are left with where we want instant gratification. So I think the short film is a nice concentrated dose that you can give somebody, and a beautiful, powerful medium for a filmmaker.
What would be your message to Kasab?
Rather than a message, I think I'd like to ask Kasab a question. He's given us so many versions of the truth. I'd like to ask him, what really is the truth behind his terrorist attack of 26/11?